What we got here: crush sleeve 1, crush sleeve 2, solid sleeve, pinion ear. Now, I got a little stack of shims for setting the height. I've been told I can't do this, I'm not qualified, which is probably true. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to accomplish here. Right now, I'm going to bring this down, if I can aim this correctly. So that is right about 8 thou. And this next one here is approximately 17. That's weird. Let's go back. I'm going to zero this thing out. Okay, so I set 0. Coming over to the next one. That's at 0. That's amazing. And then I'm going to come over here. I got a couple of shims in there. And we'll see how close I am. And that's about 10 thou different. So what I'm going to try and do is get those so they're all the same height. And then I'll assemble it on there and see how it goes. If it's out of control, then I'll just add the necessary shims. Okay. Here we go. 2 thou on the solid sleeve. Minus 9 thou on that middle sleeve. And there you go, 0. So basically the two highest ones are the solid sleeve and this guy right here. And I think that's a good starting point. See what happens. Alright, torque this thing together. Got that guy in there. Let's take a look. I think it's supposed to be a little tighter, but I don't feel any lash at all. So what I'll do is I'll put an indicator on that and see what I can measure. Daggum. I'll probably have to put an air hose to that, just see how many RPMs I can get. So after goofing around with these guys, I measured them, used my micrometer, and kind of sorted them out. I measured 51 thousandths, and I decided I needed to get a little thicker. And so I put some shims together, stacked them. I got 52 thou, and then on my height gauge, I got 1.5 thou increase. I also, on my sleeve, I noticed that there was just a little ding on there. Anyway, I polished it off, used a stone, just a real light wipe on it, but it seemed to work nicely. Well, I screwed up. The distance, I went in the wrong direction. I was supposed to go smaller, but no problem. I measured out another set and made it smaller, and I'm going to reassemble. And there you have it. Now, I'm sure there's supposed to be like 12 inches of resistance, or they got some torque spec for how much resistance, but you don't want it to free spool. Now, a good mechanic would check that. And, well, you guessed it. We're just gonna run what we brung. So I put this thing together. Got my shims on either end, but I left out the ring gear only because I wanted to see how things preloaded and how it rolled, and that way when this thing's fully assembled, it's not easy to move, and I want to know why. So there's going to be a stack up, there's going to be a little bit of torque required just to rotate that pinion gear, and then to move the limited slip, it's going to take some torque. There's probably some other things that will stack up against me, but that's the basic idea right now.